Hello, my name's Anthony. I'm here to sell you on the benefits of public speaking and professional training. 12 years ago, when I left full-time banking after 31 years, I was bounced into the real world with none of the familiar aids, management tools, etc. that were available to me in the bank. Company car had gone, the PA, training, all sorts of things. Bankers' exams were no use to me when I was doing interviews. One thing I lacked was public speaking and the skills and the management control that I needed and the professional training. Fortunately, I had gone to Ipswich Electrifiers Speakers Club and I'd received a manual, 12 modules in, didn't quite know what to make of it, but there's always somebody you can call upon. I read it again, and I did the icebreaker, and that wasn't too bad. 9 other lessons followed, modules, all about controlling your butterflies, getting your butterflies formation flying, as we say, all the way up to the last one, influencing people, articulating your point of view, selling yourself. Public speaking at a speakers club isn't only about speaking, it's about getting used to the equipment that's used when you're being on video. It's about influencing friends around you. It's about learning, listening skills, all sorts of things. A bankable asset, in short, crystallising your thoughts and putting it into a nutshell and ready to give your all to what you're saying. Public speaking has taken me to radio work, BBC Radio Suffolk, Action Line. I broadcast. I had a story to tell about that. When I went into the studio for the first time, the red light was on, and notice under it said, "Do not enter when red light is on." I did very well for my first attempt, and I went into the studio and got training from Radio Suffolk, for which I'm very grateful. The second time, coming out, somebody happened to say to me, "Are you the new chap?" And I said, "Yes." Oh, he said, "You'll probably be all right, providing you remember there are 300,000 listeners out there." And suddenly I went to jelly. Although I'd had some training, my knees gave way and I was really reluctant to go on with it, but had to. And it's an old saying, you're only as good as your last speech. And suddenly I was very hot under the collar, but I coped with it. You're not a speaker unless you've died on stage, and I did, but I covered it up. And looking back now, that was just one of the learning tools that I had to use, covering up my nerves. I can now handle bigger speeches. I'm glad that I failed then. It wasn't so bad. It gave me the chance to think on my feet and to cover things up. And now things that would have bothered me 6 months ago, 3 years ago, they don't. And I can field awkward questions from the public. I couldn't have done that without help from brothers and sisters in the club. And I couldn't have done that without being linked to the Chamber of Commerce, without being part of Toastmasters International. It is a worldwide club with many benefits, and I do urge you so much to join the Speakers Club. Of course, I would say that Ipswich Electrifiers is the best Speakers Club because it's done so much for me. I was president last year. I enjoyed it. It got me all around Ipswich, part of Suffolk I wouldn't normally have gone to, Suffolk Council, Wolseley Theatre, and so on. Lots of small businesses have wanted my input or wanted my advice or wanted me to be there. I'd certainly enjoyed myself, and I was glad that I was made to feel wanted. If you can't do public speaking and you think of the fear factor, F-E-A-R, forget everything and run, it really doesn't have to be like that. You will probably one day want to do a wedding as groom, as best man, or just to be there. You will want to do something in court, or you will want to get up at a council meeting and articulate your point of view. Perhaps there's a road going to be diverted near you. Perhaps there's a railway being built. There is one between London and Birmingham at the moment that's in consideration, that's being planned. You may want to go and articulate your point of view, and you will certainly want the experience. And I do urge you very, very strongly to go and join a Speakers Club. If you're in Ipswich, just drop by every Thursday, every other Thursday at the Chamber of Commerce, Feelaw Street, Maltings, 6 for 6:15. But look at our website, www.ipswichelectrifiers.org. My name is Anthony Rush. I'd certainly like to see you there.